Here's an example dealing with the laws of exponents with a little rational exponents mixed in. So first of all, we're going to try to look on the inside here and see if we can simplify it. One thing I guess we could do is to take this y to the negative 4/3 and drop it to the bottom. So I might as well do that. I haven't shown you that step first. So on the top we're going to have 16x to the 12th, and in the bottom we're going to change it to y to the positive 4/3. And this whole thing is going to be still raised to the negative 3/4 power. That's about as much as I can do on the inside, so let's deal with the outside. First off, that negative again. I highly suggest we take care of it by taking the inside fraction and flipping it. So we're going to get our fraction upside down, reciprocal. We're going to y to the 4/3 in the top. In the bottom we'll go the 16x to the 12th power, and then the whole thing is now raised to the positive 3/4. Do not reciprocate the exponent. All we're doing is reciprocating the fraction, this whole thing, that is attached to this negative, and reciprocating that fraction. So leave the 3/4 alone. Now we're going to do power to the power, basically raise everything on the inside to the 3/4 power. So here we're going to get y to the 4/3 raised to the 3/4. Power to a power, you multiply. And when you do 4/3 times 3/4, what happens is kind of neat. The 3's will cancel, the 4's will cancel, and you'll be left with just 1. So this will become, move it up here, just y in the top, over. This is going to be 16 to the 3/4 power. We'll talk about that in a second. And then x to the 12th to the 3/4 power. Again, power to a power, you multiply. I highly suggest when you're working with fractions, going off to the side and doing a little side work. And when you multiply fractions, technically you go top to bottom, but since the 4 is in the bottom and the 12 is in the top, we can do what's called cross reduce. 4 goes into 4 once, 4 goes into 12 3 times, and you're left with 3 times 3, better known as 9. So this will become x to the 9th power. Alright, so now what is 16 to the 3/4 power? Well, a couple different ways of dealing with this. Later on we can consider it a fourth root, but we won't do it that route this time. 16 can be written as 2 raised to the 4th power. The best way to deal with this, if it's going to reduce, is to change the number that you're looking at into the smallest base possible raised to an exponent. So we're going to get 2 to the 4th, and then it's still raised to the 3/4. Alright, and then again we have power to a power, so we're going to multiply, and when you do 3/4 times that 4 over 1, make it a fraction, we're going to get that cross reduction again, and all we're going to end up with is 3. So this becomes 2 to the 3rd, better known as 8. So when we go back to our problem, this is just going to be y over 8x to the 9th. And that would be our answer.